Hello guys, welcome to another video. So today will be like a typical reaction video. It's a different style. I haven't done it on my channel, but I wanna try it because today I'm watching a video that I participated in. So I wanna watch it with you guys, and maybe if you like it, if you like this version of video, let me know so that I can make more often videos like this. So I got the chance to be invited by Box to Box to for their video, and honestly I didn't know that I would like it so much. I really enjoyed that experience, and I'm totally down for if they have any other video that they want me to participate in. I checked a bit the comments, and I saw that there are many people who like my performance, and let's watch it together. Let's maybe analyze also the other guys' performances. They were really good, like all of them. Like the number two was really good. Like the number four also had like really nice takes. So it's basically like ranking football fans by ball knowledge, their videos. And honestly, if you aren't subscribed to their channel, you have to, because they make really fun content. They make also great content. They make also analyze videos, and no, it's really a nice channel. And if you're in Canada, they're probably the best out there. So let's dive in.
Contestants with varying levels of ball knowledge. It's going to be our job today to try and put them in order of how much they know about the sport. Here's how it's going to work.
These 6 contestants just had their ball knowledge pushed to the absolute limit with 30 expertly crafted questions. Some were simple, but others surely left them scratching their heads. This is where we come in. While one of our producers is calculating the test scores off camera, we're throwing them into intense trivia and opinion-based rounds to truly separate the football masterminds from the pretenders. Then it's going to be up to us to rank them from 1 to 6 on ball knowledge based on everything they've said, without knowing the test results. Will we nail the rankings, or will their answers completely throw us off? Let's find out.
So now that everyone knows how the video is going to work, let's meet the contestants. Contestant 1.
My name's Steven. I'm a Real Madrid fan since 2012. And Ronaldo's the best player in the world, pretty much all to say.
6, down the line. You're the last. I can already tell you.
You already moved there now?
All right, contestant 1. Contestant 2 now.
Hi, my name is Giordano. I support Juve, and I can second that. Ronaldo's the greatest of all time.
So you're going to follow him right next. Actually, you support Juve as well? Oh, great. So you're 5 now, and you're last.
Bro, you...
He's a Juventus fan. Like, honestly, if you guys are among in the video there's Juventus fans, I would love to know what you're thinking about the Juve situation right now, because I'm thinking of doing like a video for Juventus, because what is happening this season is really crazy. They got eliminated by PSV. They are out of the top four. I think in the league they're out of the top four, right? They changed the manager, and honestly, I don't think it was a good idea to sack Thiago Motta. I think he had a long-term plan for this Juventus side. So now it would be interesting to hear like a Juventus fan point of view.
Juve fan that supports Ronaldo. Imagine the club that he said it was a small club.
Juve fans know ball. If anything, they know ball. That's all I'm saying.
2 negatives.
Contestant number 3, please.
My name's Iñaki. I'm also a Real Madrid fan, and Ronaldo's the GOAT.
Can we get some Messi
Where
props?
do we find these motherfuckers?
Can we get some Messi props?
All Ronaldo.
Damn.
Hi, my name is Mark. I'm a big Torino
I mean, he's right. Ronaldo is the god.
fan, and you can find me on TikTok under SegWin.
Torino
the goat. He
fan.
just joined
Torino
Benfica,
goat.
by the way.
Little do you guys know, I have a Italy.
The Belotti kit. We all know that.
It was the only one left in the store. That's all.
You're a winner.
Contestant number 5.
My name's Mike. Most of the time, I'm a Chelsea fan, and I'm here to win the challenge.
Contestant number 6.
My name is Steve, and I support Liverpool, and Gravenberch is the best player in the world.
Bro,
Like, did I lie? Did I lie? Gravenberch is the best. That would have worked in the beginning of the season, but right now, Pedri, Vitinha, they are all better than Gravenberch right now, and Mrs. Caicedo also, who's really good. But yeah, Gravenberch is one of the best midfielders in the world.
Best player in the
You
world.
are exactly where you're supposed to be.
Confidence.
I don't know, bro. To have an opinion on a guy like Gravenberch means you must know a little bit. Your takes might be shit, but you know something.
I mean, it's better than saying Ronaldo's the GOAT. It's more believable.
I agree. Put him down.
All right, so now you met all the contestants. Let's move on to round number 1. So round one is called real or fake. We're going to be giving our 6 contestants 4 players, and they're going to have to decide if the description of the player was either real.
By the way, I also create content, and honestly, the editing so far it's really good. Like it's impressive. And what impressed me the most is like how they turn their content. Like they don't like do pause. They're like, how can I say it? They're used to it. And for me, because it's not been a long time I've started creating content, and I can say it's difficult when you're starting, but for them it's like easy. It's a like easy game. Like they do like 1, 2 takes and that's it. I was really really impressed. Like wow.
Or fake. How comfortable are we, contestants?
We're good.
Pretty
good.
Pretty confident.
Little nervous if I'm being honest.
Number 5, a little nervous. Okay.
Write that down.
Write that down.
It's all being taken
Number
account.
1's ready to go.
He's
My
confident. First player, Paula.
Let's get into it. So, contestants, this German attacker was a truly prolific striker back in his day. So prolific, he scored over 20 league goals in the Bundesliga one season in the 2000s, earning himself a transfer to a Chinese club at the turn of the decade, where he played with Oscar. Since retiring, he has turned to politics and is now running for mayor of his hometown in Hamburg, Germany. It's a lot of information,
A lot to take in.
but a lot of hints.
Mayor,
Turned
do
politician.
you guys know any, like, are we looking at a Weah situation where he turned president of Liberia?
I mean, my goodness.
What teams did Weah play for, guys? I don't know, actually.
PSG.
Okay, so they're all showing decent ball knowledge right now. They know a bit of way
5 and
way
3.
history.
5 and 3.
They got that right at the beginning, but this one ain't way up.
Yeah.
Tell you that right now.
So you guys are gonna have to raise your paddles on go. All 6 of you raise your paddles at the same time. 3, 2, 1, go.
One.
This was an easy one because I don't remember any like Bundesliga striker that played in China. That's why. Like I thought about Mario Gomez. He didn't play for Hamburg. That's the thing. So for me was first,
Everyone
Oh,
false except the first
contestant
contestant.
one is stressing right now. How confident are you with your answer?
From 1 to 10.
And also, we forgot to mention this. If they're able to actually name the player, you get extra like
You get brownie points with
brownie
us.
points with us.
Listen,
So like,
you name the player, you stay at number 1. That's all
Yeah.
we're saying.
So tell us why you said that this is true.
So I'm not gonna like in terms of politics, I'm not gonna know who ran for mayor, so I'm not gonna get that far in ball knowledge. But with 20 goals Bundesliga and going to the Chinese league, I'm not sure what league he went to. So I just thought we were talking about like let's say either Muller or something. So I just threw it up there.
Muller still plays at Bayern. That's very good.
That's my goal right there. He doesn't even know if he just scored in the Champions League.
If you would have said Mario Gomez or something, maybe we could
Little
have.
niche. Oh, number 6 is calling your name in, man.
We got
right
number
now.
1 already.
That's how we're starting.
So Vavar, break the news to the contestants. They can all, majority of them could be wrong.
That was a false player.
It was a false
It was
player.
not a
Big
real
up to
player.
everyone.
So
So number 1, unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be keeping that number 1 spot very long. But we do have some more Pala.
There's 4 in total. There's some redemption, Millie.
Yeah, there's some redemption.
Karma. So the next one. This midfielder from the continent of Africa once played for Barcelona. He impressed so much in the Premier League that Barcelona spent 19 million euros on him in 2012. He left a couple years later for free to a Russian team, though. One weird fact about him is that he has 27 siblings.
27 siblings.
My goodness.
27. That's
a wild
14
number.
families.
And
If we made this up, it's a pretty crazy number to make up.
I mean, I don't know the answer to this, but 27 siblings is like, it sounds so fake that it has to be real, no?
I mean, that's for them to decide, Varvar. But, I mean, Barcelona flop, really? I don't know.
That played in
The
Russia
timeline
too.
does make sense though, because 2012, like there was a lot of players,
Yeah,
Brazilians
going-
going to Russia. This is an African though.
A bit further east. But, gentlemen, is this a real or fake player?
On go. 3, 2, 1, go.
A bit more split this time.
A little bit of a mixed bag. So contestants
Interesting.
4 and 5, give us some of your reasoning on why you think it's false.
Well, I think it's false because I can't remember a player that was from the African continent that then went on to play in Russia. I can't remember right now one that was at Barca and then went to Russia. I know that Russia back then used to be the old Saudi
It was the old Saudi regime. I get
I
it.
can't remember one that used.
That's what I was saying. Like the logic we all used. If you can't remember a name, like it was false for us. And I think it's Alex Song, but his logic was good because if you can't remember a name, like it's false. You'll see my answer. It's I pushed it way too far.
Used to be like that. So for me, it's a false.
Eto.
Midfielder.
Yeah,
you
that's
guys said
true.
midfielder.
There we go. He's captured.
Midfielder, African, got me thinking Kevin Prince Boateng, but there's only one Jerome Boateng, right? There's not 27 of them. That's why I'm leaning towards the false.
So there is reasoning.
Yeah.
There is reasoning, and we're gonna go contestant by contestant. Who do you think this is? Because you guys said true. So contestant 1. And if you don't have anyone, it's fine.
You can just say.
I honestly even then I thought
That's what got him.
I called our bluff.
Bro's shooting like this. Contestant 2.
As soon as you said Premier League and then moving to Barcelona, as well as African, first name that came to mind was Alex Song. Now, I'm not sure if he played in Russia, but I have a sort of recurring image in my head of him in FIFA 18 having a card playing for Spartak Moscow.
FIFA legend.
Not sure though. That's my only.
All right.
Good reasoning.
FIFA knowledge, guys.
In there, number 3.
I was also going to say Alex Song. Actually, I know he played for Arsenal. Big flop there.
And contestant number 6, same vibe.
I think it's Seydou Keita.
Seydou Keita. Okay.
Yeah, because I remember there was a Keita guy in Barcelona back then.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it might be him.
But even if that is wrong, that's still good ball knowledge and knowing Seydou Keita, so.
He's redeeming.
I went for Seydou Keita because I think he played in the Russian league. I might be wrong, but I think he played for Krasnodar, or that's maybe Alex Song. And Seydou Keita is from Guinea. They used to have like a lot of, like a big family, and that's not the case in Cameroon. That's why Alex Song for me, I was like, I don't think that happens often in Cameroon, but in Guinea, for sure, like it's a culture thing. That's why I went for Seydou Keita. I think he's from Guinea, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, that was all my thinking.
I'm gonna have to put him first. I can't say I know this. I can't say I know the brother. So.
All right, let's reveal. Is this a real or fake player?
It was a real player. And contestants 2 and 3, you guys both got it right. It was Song. Contestant 6, you still get the points for the true, but
we're writing that down.
Contestant 1, it's not looking good right now, but I'll give you some pointers. Just look at what contestant 2 and 3 are doing and just copy.
At least he's hitting.
Oh, my turn to read now.
We gotta switch it up, Millie.
All right, let's see, boys. Is this a real or fake player? I am a famous midfielder with a mohawk that is famously known as a rebel. I was also a big part of my country's most recent golden generation. I just scored a goal directly from the corner just a little bit ago, but I don't think that will happen again anytime soon because I just got arrested for drug trafficking.
What is the brother involved in?
Drug trafficking.
So he scores an Olympico one week and then gets arrested the next week.
I don't know. This one's a little.
This guy must have played United recently because he scored a corner goal.
I didn't realize he played for Arsenal.
We're the only team that allows corner goals, bro.
Any Arsenal players got arrested for drug trafficking?
Declan Rice, Odegaard, Saka's injured. I don't think so. I
don't know, but I don't know. The drug trafficking is very, very outlandish, in my honest opinion. But boys, do you think this is a real or fake player?
On goal.
Oh.
They got excited there.
I think 2 and 3.
Contestant 1, you saw that, right?
I didn't see it.
Oh, come on, man.
I got my answer.
All right. 3, 2, 1, show.
Oh, this is split.
Okay.
This is split.
Yeesh.
Okay.
And 2 and 3 went for different ones. So.
I'll let contestant 1 off this time. We'll start contestant number 6.
I think it's Raja Nainggolan.
Roma legend?
Yeah.
The Roma legend?
Mohawk rebel.
He just got arrested because of drug trafficking, so I think it's him.
Okay. Contestant number 4?
It was Nainggolan too, I think.
And he used to take also corners at Roma and from also Belgium national team. So yeah, for me it was Nainggolan, and I think that week I also saw a post of Nainggolan who got arrested because of drug trafficking. So for me it was an easy one.
Golden age, probably Belgian years. Was he a Roma legend? I don't know, but he was a good Roma player.
Roma player in the golden days.
That's CL7. To say.
Contestant 2.
As soon as you said Mohawk, I'm thinking either Vidal or Nainggolan.
Serie A fan, obviously.
Serie A enthusiast here. How can I forget Nainggolan being a Juve fan? Every time he played against us, he was scoring an outlandish goal. But as soon as somebody said that drug trafficking charge, I remember an Instagram post 3 days ago from 433 saying that Nainggolan just got arrested for drug trafficking. 100% Nainggolan.
The brothers tapped in.
Okay. So what's the answer, Millie?
Gentlemen, it is Raja Nainggolan.
Scored an Olympico.
Contestant 5 flipped this thing. He's acting like he said true.
I don't know what he's talking about, but I saw red.
I don't know. It's been true the whole time.
Firms, you could do the honors for the next one.
All right. For the next question, this player is a Japanese midfielder that is most known for his stint in Serie A. Remembered for his elite defensive ability, he got himself a big move to Liverpool, where he unfortunately did not get more than 10 appearances. He later made a move to Scottish side Celtic, where he ended his career.
We got a Liverpool fan too here, so
I'm hoping he knows him.
Oh boy.
Japanese midfielder who played in Serie A and then got transferred to Liverpool. That was obviously a fake one, and only 10 appearances. As a Liverpool fan, like that was probably the easiest question so far.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, that is a very...
It rings some bells. A lot of Japanese players at Celtic.
Yeah. I mean, someone with real ball knowledge would know this.
Serie A.
A couple of Japanese players in Serie A back in the
past.
Serie A Don.
But yeah, that was more from them because Celtic, they used to have like a lot of Japanese players. So if you're not a Liverpool fan and if you don't follow like the Premier League and Liverpool, it may have caused doubt for some guys there. Let me see like which ones felt in the trap.
Dons know this. I know we got a couple.
And we got a couple of them.
Juve fan, I'm looking at you.
The Liverpool fan might know though.
All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal.
A lot of falses.
Okay,
4
so
false, 2 trues.
Serie A Don with a true.
the 2 trues. Who did you guys think it was?
It's UT Nagatomo.
Inter legend, that's your boy.
My goodness.
That's your boy.
domain.
No, if this guy had played for Liverpool, oh my days. No, I maybe I didn't watch him at his prime, but I never thought he was like an incredible left back. He was like an average left back in Serie A, though. So I don't even think he played in Premier League. Did he? Maybe Southampton, but no, I don't think he played in Premier League. I never. Nah, this guy wasn't Liverpool standards, in my opinion.
That's a banter era legend right there.
Yeah, definitely not thinking of Keisuke Honda. No, Nagatomo. That's why. Yeah.
2 Milan icons, honestly.
Yeah, of course. Nagatomo, legend. How could you forget?
Contestant 1, tell us the large reasoning you said it was false.
Okay, legend. Okay, maybe I think he was joking, but is he a legend? Like, did I miss like an incredible left back, guys? Because let me know in the comments. Maybe I haven't watched enough games of Nagatomo. I thought he was an average player.
Lars, I don't know any Chinese defenders in Liverpool.
Japanese, wrong country. Japanese, wrong country.
So this guy was here for the vibes, bro.
Does that change anything on your answer?
No, it's Liverpool.
Write that down.
Contestant 2.
First thing I was thinking of was Honda with the blue hair back in the day, and I can't.
Blue hair.
He had blue hair at one point.
Blue hair.
Milan fan doesn't know that.
Milan fan.
I must have not been watching
way.
that banter right here.
And I just can't remember him playing for Celtic, so I threw up the false, thinking you're throwing us off here with that.
How bad? Of elimination there.
Yeah, I was thinking of FIFA. There was a hero card, Nakata. Is that his
Yeah,
name?
that's a Roma player. I think.
Him, and then I was thinking of Wataru Endo for some reason. So just no one was really popping up.
And then contestant 6.
I thought it was Wataru Endo, and it's false because he's obviously still at Liverpool, and I can't think of any other Japanese player like who played in midfield for Liverpool. So,
Well, his memory wasn't deceiving him because it actually is false. We just made this up. We took a little bit from different players' careers, so the answer was false.
I just want to have a correction. Honda was not the one with blue hair. It was Fernando Torres, so we'll let you off. But he also did play for AC Milan.
Torres?
He just called you a wanker.
But not the blue hair wasn't on Milan. Juve fan, by the way.
How much ball knowledge you have to correct something
That's
and then
crazy.
still say he knows more than you?
He gave Dora. I can't lie, Kano.
Crazy work, boys.
So before we move on to round 2, we're going to switch up the order from what we think is the correct order.
After this round. So all the information we took in this round, we're going to see. Honestly, what do you guys think? Honestly, who would you put number 1?
Not number one.
Just out of spite.
We're trying to help you though, because at 6 you can see everyone's like paddled answers and stuff. So like,
This is true, man.
don't
Don't give him any
You guys
tips.
give me a blind.
But for now, we'll put you at 6. But you could so just move over to
Move
6.
behind. Everyone move down 1 then.
yeah, honestly,
But he could come back.
down 1.
This guy went from 1 to 6 in 1 round.
Two Juventini displayed some good ball knowledge.
Yeah, but he's Juventini.
Just out of spite, bro. Put him 6th.
That's what I'm saying.
like
This is
that's my situation.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree with
This
this,
is a
bro.
fourth or fifth
Did you get all of
situation.
them right? I think he almost got all.
No, he knew. I would put him in the middle, though.
I think number 5 actually knows a lot.
He
too.
does.
I'm not
Number
gonna-
5 is confident. He
He's a silent
got the
killer.
Liverpool.
Okay, who's our 1 spot for now?
I would
Gotta be
say
the
I'll
Liverpool
give
fan.
it to him. He knew his
I'll
stuff.
also do it. too.
Number 1 spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying number 5 move up to number 2 now.
You guys go. I'm
then-
good with that.
Number 5 up to number 2.
Yeah, and
First,
then,
this
I'm good.
Juventus bias has to get. You have to
Listen,
get
it's
rid of it.
creeping in. What can I say?
It's because he called you out. I get it. So contestant 5, you can move up to contestant 2, and everyone push
move
over.
right.
Spot.
And I'm honestly comfortable with this.
I am. All right. So we're gonna see you guys in round 2.
I think that was a fair ranking, to be honest. Like, I probably deserve number 1, but also number 1, he really cooked, and I think he got even one correct answer. Like, yeah, he got Alex Song, if I'm not wrong. So, no, I think it's deserved.
So now on to round 2. And instead of testing the boys' footy knowledge, we're gonna be testing about their rule knowledge. And you may be wondering, why isn't Varvar sitting next to me? That's because Varvar had to do a little bit of an outfit change. Varvar, why don't you come and introduce yourself?
God damn.
Oh my God.
People don't really know I've been a ref. Well, I'm not a ref anymore. I'm retired right now.
Bro, he's got the reffing stance. Look at that.
VAR.
Bro, get him his winner's medal.
What a name.
If one of you guys only just, oh my God.
Or a deck.
Or a deck. Or a cut. If one of you guys only just looks at me wrong, I'm pulling out the cards.
Hey, he's got him on lock.
He's got the
I
yellow
saw-
cards and red cards too, bro.
My goodness.
Let's ask the first question. A player removes their shirt in celebration, but after a VAR review, the goal is disallowed. Does the player still receive a yellow card for the celebration? A, yes, or B, no? Does he keep the yellow card? That one was quick. Number 5 was quick.
My goodness.
We're gonna see who has ball knowledge.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Yes, A.
You can write down, yeah, that's good. Everyone said A? It was designed for everyone to say.
Yeah, because I thought the rule is that you can't remove your shirt. So if the ghost, if the ghost stands or not, it doesn't change the fact that you removed your jersey. So for me, it was direct A. But honestly, you'll see this round, I messed up a little bit.
Went to say A. It was a very easy question. Yes, they get the yellow card, but don't worry, it's not going to be that easy every single time.
Varvar gave you a practice round.
That was a practice round, basically. All right, so question 2. A player takes a throw-in, but the ball doesn't enter the field of play. What should the referee do? A, the play continues. B, award a free kick to the opponent. C, retake the throw-in. Or D, give a throw-in to the opposing team. So I just throw the ball straight out. Doesn't even enter the field of play. Do I retake the throw, or do I give it to the other team, or play continues, or award a free kick?
I'm saying, I'm not giving them an answer, but if you've played footy in your life, you should know this answer 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
It's happened. It's not something that never happened.
That's the one I messed up. So it was-
All I'm saying is that contestant 6 looks perplexed.
I think it's not.
Oh, yeah? All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, 1D.
D. Okay, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
And that's from someone high up on our leaderboard.
That's a number.
And I was really confident. I was like, like I'm different. Like, I was confident. I don't know why, but I was confident. I should have so like that went for sin. Like I fucked up, but I was too much like confident that I think I didn't really understand well the question. So as I said, English is not my first language, so I didn't understand well the question, and that's why I went for also for D. But he repeated the question, and that's where I was like, oh fuck, I messed up.
The number 2 spot.
This,
Move up to number 1
this
now.
could move you up to number 1 or move you back. You ready to take that risk?
Yeah.
The ball never went in.
You see the way I say yeah, I wasn't. I started doubting myself.
Any referee would retake the throw in. Letter D, C.
Letter C. Listen, number 2, you were different. You were different. We appreciate that.
Write that down, no. Question 2 wrong. Write that down. Write that down.
Doesn't play footy. Written down.
Okay, question 3. A goalkeeper deliberately punches the ball away, but it bounces off their own defense.
And I play futsal. I don't play football, so that's why I messed up also. So I have a valid excuse. I'm a futsal coach too, and in futsal, if you take if the ball doesn't go, I think if you take let's say a corner or something and it doesn't get in play, I think they award they give the ball to the opposite team. That's how it happens in futsal. So maybe it was futsal logic. I don't know, but I have an excuse. No, to be honest, I really messed up. So yeah.
Defender and back into their hands. What should the referee do? Award an indirect free kick, allow play to continue, award a direct free kick, or give a yellow card for time wasting?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know.
Listen, it's a good thing I'm not up there.
I agree.
I'll tell you that right now.
Millie would have been 7th.
There might actually be a number 7 not there.
I don't know the answer either.
Number 6 doing some corrections.
Some adjustments.
This is a very rare case scenario. I've never seen this before.
I feel like 6 is pulling one of the. I wrote C too many times. I'm going to write it there.
That's true. I never seen this situation in my life, so that was a tricky one.
Hey, right now.
No.
Switch it up.
Listen, Barbara, these ones are tough. Only refs know this.
Yeah.
To be honest, there's a reason why not everyone's a ref.
Yeah, that's why my ball knowledge is so high, right, Millie? Okay, 3, 2, 1, reveal. B.
Number 1, the only one that got it different with an A.
Can I defend myself? Deliberately. So if I'm not mistaken, A was an indirect free kick. Since it was deliberate, if the ref could tell it was deliberate enough, like that there has to be some sort of consequence for that.
It's kind of spitting. He's spitting, bro.
Got to be a consequence for that.
Contestant 1, I like your train of thought. And it could keep you at number 1.
Yeah, the logic he was wrong, but the logic was good,
But it is B, allow play to continue. The defender didn't deliberately give him the ball back, so then he's able to play with his hands.
You threw me off there.
Yeah, that was a tongue twister. That was a tough one.
Barbara fault.
You bought into the bait.
This honestly, the rankings are going to be pretty fixed this round. I'm not going to cap. Question 4. A player deliberately takes a throw-in from the wrong location and the ball goes directly into their own goal. What's the restart? The goal stands, retake the throw-in, corner kick to the opponent, or indirect free kick?
My goodness.
So what happens if he takes the throw in from the wrong spot and he throws it in his own net?
I'm not going to cap. I didn't know this one before I looked this up.
And you're a ref.
You're a ref, bro.
What was a ref? Keyword.
Was.
Tell you guys, these ones were really tough because I never seen these situations in games, And also when I played football, it never happened. So these were really tough. You had to be a referee to know this. So yeah.
Was.
Also, that's why it was fun, because it was also questions I never knew before. So it also improved my football knowledge, if you want,
Got 100% on my reffing exam, by the way. Just don't want to flex on that.
You just flex on
Only
that.
one of 9 in the
I
entire
think I went for B.
country. I don't want to flex on that.
Flex literally nothing, bro.
Okay, so contestants, reveal your answer. B, B, A, B. We got 3 A's.
Our
3
first
B's.
split. Our first split.
So 3 people say the goal stands, and 3 people say retake the throw-in.
My thinking, I don't even know the answer, but my thinking is the first infraction was the throw-in being taken from the wrong spot. So whatever, it's like if someone scores a goal, but no, if someone gets a red card after a disallowed goal type of thing. So my thinking is that you have to retake the throw-in. But I'm curious. I'm just as curious as them.
The internet disagrees with you.
With me?
Yeah.
What do they say?
So now retaking the throw-in is wrong, but I'm going to say goal stands is also wrong. It's corner kick to the opponent. It's a very weird rule. I didn't know this either. So
That's what I was saying. It's a real rule. Like I never seen this situation in my life. So I was shocked when he said like it's D. Like
don't worry, because supposedly a throw-in, you can't score from a throw-in, correct? The ball's indirect. So if it goes behind the goal line, that technically is behind the goal line, it's a corner kick.
Where'd you get this from?
Very weird
Wikipedia?
rule. I don't know. ChatGPT said this. So
ChatGPT.
if I'm wrong, any professional referees, let me know.
I'm cooked. My ref is a ChatGPT ref. You're so good.
100% on that test, and he says ChatGPT, bro.
I thought Anthony Taylor was bad.
No shit, you're retired.
I looked it up too.
You must have been a terrible ref, bro.
The parents of 6-year-olds would tend to disagree with that. I looked it up on Google also because I couldn't believe the answer. So Google said the same thing. Okay, so now we get the questions are done. So now we get to put them in a new ranking.
This one honestly made it actually tougher, in my honest
It made no
opinion.
difference to me.
Honestly, I'm feeling number 4 should move up a bit.
Did he get all of them right?
No, but he got a decent amount of them right. A lot of them right.
I'd move him up by 1, not by
But I
2.
wouldn't move 3 down to 4.
That's also true. Yeah.
You have to find the spot for him if you want to move him up.
My
I think
goodness.
two was on the ball. One got something.
One, I don't know.
1 just downgrade him, bro.
One got one
I don't
wrong.
know.
1 wrong. Keeping tabs.
Write that down.
Okay,
Write
firm
that down, bro.
Firm,
Firm's
do you want
got
to
it.
move 4 up? Where would you move 4 to?
4, I would put him 3rd.
Okay.
But then 3
Although
or 4?
it doesn't. Yeah.
Did 5 deserve a move up this round?
No, 5 stays there. 6 stays there as well.
How was the quiz? Easy?
I went 5 for 6.
How'd you find the quiz?
Huh?
How'd you find the quiz?
Huh?
It was all right. It was okay. I thought I did good.
All right, he's confident.
Little 9.5 on FootMob.
If you guys want to move him up, I don't mind.
Foot mob, he knows foot mob.
That doesn't mean much.
Is this a 5 to 3 situation?
Okay, so 4, we'll say 4, move up to number 3. So just swap spots.
Yeah, you guys.
I
swap
don't
it.
think 3 did enough. Like he didn't do any bad to get moved
Yeah,
down to 4. It's
exactly.
unjustified.
Bro, the game is the game, bro. I don't make the rules.
What would you think?
You're the ref. You do make the
I don't
rules.
make the rules, bro. I just enforce them.
Okay.
Nice.
Well,
I
next
don't-
round they'll move around.
Yeah, next round we're gonna have to make another adjustment.
So we'll see you guys
again, I think that's a fair ranking. Yeah.
in round 3.
Okay, so 4, we'll
It was a big.
say 4, move up
Yeah.
to number 3. So just swap spots.
Yeah, you guys.
I
swap
don't
it.
think 3 did enough. Like he didn't do any bad to get moved
Yeah,
down to 4. It's
exactly.
unjustified.
Bro, the game is the game, bro. I don't make the rules.
What would you think?
You're the ref.
Yeah, next round we're gonna have to make another adjustment.
So we'll see you guys in round 3.
So we asked them on the trivia, round 1. We asked them on the knowledge of the game, round 2. Round 3, we're going to ask them their opinions on certain topics that we may think.
That was the most fun round, I think. And I looked at the comments, and I think that's where the most judgment were, And I thought it would have been even more interesting if they ranked us at the end based on that round, But yeah.
Show ball knowledge. Paula, what questions are we going to start asking?
So we're gonna have 3 questions, pretty subjective answers, but it'll gauge how much ball knowledge they have. So the first question, contestants, who is the most overrated player in the world right now? Simple, straightforward.
It's a tough question. The loaded question. There's a ton of players that come to mind. A lot of Milan players.
I
Especially.
was also thinking.
Definitely a lot of Milan players, but I mean, let's see if they have a
That's
different
with
answer.
Lautaro on your team is
Would be an overrated player in Milan. Oh, Rafael Leao. Leao, honestly, I think he's overrated. Like, he's the type of winger that I don't like. Like he's a flashy winger. He's good at everything, but not exceptional at anything. I don't. He wouldn't be in my top choices if, like, let's say tomorrow Liverpool have to buy a left wing. He won't be in my top five players I would go for. I don't know. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like he's fast. He's a dribbler. He's not like excellent in one thing. And often I watch him with Portugal. Oh my days, he's awful. So Rafael Leao, Mike Menya is really good. Uh, Not this season, obviously. Like almost every Milan player is not good this season, apart from Reinders. That's how we say his name. I would love him to come to Liverpool. Reinders, if you wanna, a trade with Zoboslai, like it would be a good move.
It's crazy work.
One of the best in the world, bro.
Shameless work.
Can't even beat us now.
Ballon d'Or podium. Ballon d'Or podium right here.
Ballon d'Or podium, by the way. Yeah, deserved it. But I mean, we'll let them decide if Lautaro is one of them.
Contestant one.
I'm going to try and keep it short here because I can go on a tangent all day. Especially, you're going to not like this firm. First, I'm going to say Teo Hernandez, and then I'm going to say Rafael Leao. But you know what? This one's personal.
That's a
with
Juventus
Leao.
fan right there.
Okay, let's hear
This
it.
is going to be personal with Leao. I have so
Okay, Teo Hernandez. How have I forgot his name? But I don't think he's overrated. He's just washed right now because he was one of the best left backs. I remember when he used to carry this Milan team, but now, yeah, he's just washed. He's really like, I would be mad if I was a Milan player, especially because of his performance against Feyenoord. Milan would maybe still be in Champions League right now, but oh my days, his stupid fault, like oh my days, he's stupid. No, he dived. No, it was a dive. Like oh my days, like no, yeah, Teo Hernandez. I think he's just washed. He's not overrated. I don't think there's anyone who rates him right now.
many friends who don't watch Serie A who then go and claim that Rafael Leao, oh, he's the best dribbler, he's the best goal scorer, he's fastest player.
That's why he's at number one. You see, Rafael Leao.
Even during your Scudetto running campaign, of course, he got the MVP. Great player, absolutely. When I see this guy on the field, he does not inspire me.
Unbelievable.
Preach.
Unbelievable.
Preach, bro.
This guy deserves a yellow card right now.
Get the red card.
I'm not even gonna go and say that I love Federico Chiesa when he was at Juve.
All knowledge, all knowledge. Federico Chiesa, it's not because I'm a Liverpool fan. He hasn't even played for us this season. But wow, Federico Chiesa, for me, when I watched him, he inspired me much. I don't know. I remember his duo with Ronaldo and with Dybala too. Like he was some player, Federico Chiesa, compared to Rafael Leao. Nah. And because also I thought that Rafael Leao would have like a big career. Like I remember when he was transferred to Lille, I thought he would, be like Mbappe's level, but nah. He's more like a Martinelli, they're good players. If I support I don't know, Newcastle, I would love to have a Rafael Leao, but for top teams, nah, he doesn't have.
Whatever happened there. Whatever happened there. But that guy, when I saw him, to me, he looked more electric. Leao is a disappointment compared to what people say. He is on social media, as well as even on FIFA. All the FIFA players out there, they're gonna know. They give this guy a crazy card every year. He's not that guy.
God damn.
He's not that guy.
He's overrated, but I wouldn't say most overrated player in the world. Whatever. I respect one. It's opinion. Number two. Who's the most overrated?
If I have to go like all time, has to be Alvaro Morata.
That's a good shout.
I would say he's underrated.
Guys, if you watch football, you can't disagree with this because Alvaro Morata is in the top three players who cost the most money in terms of transfers. This guy never even scored more than 15 goals in the league. That's crazy. And every year, I remember back then, every year there is a top club that believed in him. Madrid, like the biggest club in history. He went at Madrid. He played for Madrid. Yeah, he played for Juventus. Like only top clubs. He played for Chelsea. He played for Atletico Madrid. He played for Milan. He only played for big clubs. But I never saw something special in him, you know. And I thought that he had the potential if he wanted, but he just seems to be like a nice guy, you know. I don't see him being like a killer, like being that top striker, you know. He's just a nice guy, you know. So
I never understood how he
for me, like for me being like just a top teams, look at his team: Juventus, Atletico, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Milan. For me, if I have to be like really honest, his maximum level would have been a team like Dortmund. With all respect I have for Dortmund, that's the max level he should have been. Not Juventus. I remember Juventus wanted to win a Champions League. Atletico Madrid wants to win a Champions League. Chelsea wanted to win a Champions League. Like, AC Milan. Like, bro, this guy can't be like a top striker for like a starting team for a team that wants to win a Champions League. I don't know if you feel what I'm trying to say. Yes, he played for Spain, but even for Spain, you see, like they're gonna be more dangerous with Samu Omorodion.
we get big moves. Like this guy never scored more than 15 goals
That is true.
in his career as a striker. Like he always gets
Guys, look at his like,
big move. But right now,
But-
if I have to go to with someone, will be Phil Foden.
I like a little bit of the Foden shout. I don't know. Last couple games,
Premier
he's
League
been,
Player of the Season.
yeah.
How did he get Premier League Player of the Season? Huh? I mean, he had an incredible season. He had a good season, but Premier League Player of the Season, for me, that's because he's English. And now, like nowadays, Foden plays, and I don't even see him on the pitch. Like that's how insignificant he is. For me, Foden had to be KDB's here. Foden had to be, you know, had to be like the star of Manchester City. But today, if, like I'm a Manchester City sporting director this summer, I'm going for Florian Wirtz, and I shouldn't be going for Florian Wirtz. I should say, okay, I have Foden. Let me build my team around him. You know, let me buy another wing. Let me buy, let me buy a wing. I wouldn't go for a number 10. But if you're being honest, this summer the number one priority has to be to replace Kevin De Bruyne. But his replacement should have been Foden. You know, and no one talks about him. You know, there is no one talking about that. This guy is. I don't think he even has more than 5 Premier League goals this season. That's crazy. I saw comparison with Saka, but Saka is a way here in. You know, he's way ahead of him. Tomorrow I have to build a team. I take Saka every day of the week. Even a player like Cole Palmer, who had his breakout season like way after him, is more like is a better player than him nowadays. So I would be scared of his place in that England team, to be honest, because he plays as a 10. Bellingham plays as a 10. On the wings, there's Saka, there's Cole Palmer, Rashford is coming back, and yeah, let's even remember his Euro. I remember they played Bellingham on the wing. They tried to accommodate everything for Foden to play as a number 10 to just like be invisible during the Euros. Nah, for me, he's the most overrated player. So let me stop saying, because he's a type of player that I like. Those are the type of players that I enjoy watching. Even if you play for a rival club, I like those type of players. But you gotta admit that he's currently overrated.
Yeah, but what is he doing for Man City right now?
I know, but he's turning it around. Like,
I don't think he deserved it.
No?
Don't think he deserved it. Oh my goodness. That's a conversation to have, bro. Doesn't deserve a Player of the Season award. My goodness.
okay.
Palmer is clear though. That's facts.
Okay. Contestant number 3.
Most overrated player right now, I think it's Emi Martinez. From
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, Villa goal.
Right.
Come on, like I like the shouts, but for me, he's maybe not top three, but he's in the like the most like the best goalkeepers in the world right now. Like I watch Villa a lot, and he's always decisive for Villa. For Argentina, he's like on a crazy run of clean sheets. You may not like the personality, you may not like the person, but as a player, for me, I don't see his flaws, you know. So overrated, don't think so. Maybe you don't like the person. As I don't also like how he's arrogant and everything. I find him funny sometimes, but as a player, as a goalkeeper, I think he's one of the best. And it's impressive how he became one of the best goalkeepers from like Arsenal, like third goalkeeper, to being one of the best goalkeepers in the world to win the World Cup, and that's crazy.
Bro, that gets you. That might actually push you.
There is not a single place in this world in which he is the best goalkeeper in the world right now. However, media and everyone, propaganda, they're trying to push him as God's given goalkeeper in this world. I don't see him as that. I think he's super overrated, but whatever.
This guy, that's, and I.
Okay, I get what he's saying. Yeah, to be like the best FIFA best goalkeeper, we know it's because he won the World Cup, but I feel what he's saying. I feel him.
Been thinking about this for like the same amount of time. I always said it. We don't have a world's number 1 goalkeeper, so the media just propagated that it's always Emi Martinez.
But it's true because you look at him like in the World Cup and you're like, wow, this guy's good. But then watch him at Aston Villa.
Contestant 2 wants to drop some wisdom here.
But one thing, look at Villa's defense.
Pau Torres,
Tyrone
Diego
Mings.
Carlos, Mings.
Paulo Torres always injured. Mings always injured. The one who saved them is Emi Martinez.
Contestant 4.
Like I can name every Barcelona player.
High ball.
Okay, at first I was like, bro, what are you talking about? But then I remember he's a Madrid fan, so if you ask me to talk about Everton players or Manchester United players, you know, I would maybe like I would be biased, you know. So I understand a bit his bias, but what he said it's crazy.
Eyeball knowledge.
Number 2, he knows his audience.
But I'm not gonna go that way. He's not gonna like it. But I think one of the
Okay. What he said is crazy, but it's not him. You're gonna see what a Madrid fan said about a Barcelona player.
most over glorified players is Virgil van Dijk.
They had us in the first half, bro.
This year he's picked up his form a little bit, but the last 2 years.
How's Van Dijk overrated, guy? Bro, like, have you ever watched like a Liverpool match? Like Van Dijk, bro, I can't even remember like his apart from performance from Van Dijk. I've seen him play like more than like 200 games, and I can't even like tell you like 10 times he's played like bad, you know. And I don't even have I don't think I have even seen like 10 defeats when Van Dijk played, you know. That's how good he is in the league, you know. We rarely loses with Van Dijk in the team. For me, he's a top defender. I don't see any flaw at his game, you know. In terms of anticipation, in terms of, you know, of pace. He even has that little pace that most defenders don't have. He has that little pace, but he has anticipation, you know. I don't see any flaw in his game. He's strong, like he can play he can play the long balls. Also, it helps in Liverpool's building. So I don't see I don't see where he's over. For me, he's the best defender I've ever watched. Like on TV, I know that there's defenders like Alessandro Nesta who were really really good, and I remember during COVID I watched football games in the 90s and in the 2000s, and Nesta was one defender that caught my eye. He was really good in terms of anticipation. He reminded me of Van Dijk, Nesta was good. I also watched a bit of Vidic. Vidic also was one of the defenders. He was really a great defender. Uh, Maldini, I didn't watch that much game, but I watched like the good games, like the finals and everything during COVID. That was my life during COVID, watching back games, and yeah, Maldini was good. You know, defenders like Ramos. Ramos is a better player than Van Dijk, but is he a better defender? Like in terms of defending, you want someone to defend your team. Like, will you choose Ramos over Van Dijk? Like, if you're not a Real Madrid fan, I don't think you'll choose Ramos. But as a player, Ramos is more complete. He's one more. But I'm talking in terms of defending. Who would you choose between Ramos and Van Dijk? Now, for me, he's the most complete defender. He's the best defender in my generation for me. And it's not because I'm a Liverpool fan. I would admit, like in history, if you wanna go in history, I won't say Van Dijk is the best because you have to also look at his trophies. He's hasn't won anything major with Netherlands, and maybe in terms of longevity, he's not up there. But if we just talk strictly about defending, nah, Van Dijk is the best defender, and I can't see how overrated he is. And you also have to think about the fact that during his years in Liverpool, he played with so many players. It's not like Ramos at Madrid who played with Varane and Pep. No, Van Dijk always had to play with Gomez, Matip, now Konate, Kwanzaa. Well, he played with a lot of players because Liverpool didn't have that second starting center back, So he always had to adapt. He played with Alberto Moreno. I don't think was Alberto Moreno still at Liverpool. I don't know, but Robertson. He played with a Trent who was young. He did not, you all say that Trent can defend. He played with Trent, who's not really a defender. I disagree. I think he's still like a good defender, but sometimes he doesn't play well. And that's the time everyone watches his game and say, he can defend. But let's take it that way. He played with Trent, so imagine if you had put Van Dijk in that team with Varane, with Carvajal, with Marcel.
2 years, I've had to watch this guy Bluetooth defend people. He has a solid backline and one of the best goalies in the world. And this,
You see that's oh shit! I have to plug my computer. Give me 2 seconds. You see, that's why I don't understand like football fans. When we say that Alisson is the best goalkeeper, they say it's because he has Van Dijk, he has Konate, he has Trent, and everything. But when we say that Van Dijk is good, it's because he has Alisson, and to be honest, if you've seen, especially this season, Robertson is catastrophic. Alisson is really good, but always injured. Trent is really kind of good, and Konate. So it's not as if he's playing with the best defense in the world. And why does he defend like that? Because he anticipates. When you anticipate, you don't need to tackle everyone.
This guy.
And for me, that's a sign of a great defender. A great defender is not someone who finishes the season with 12 red cards. No, it's someone who's capable of reading the game.
no pressure on the ball, just track back like this, no pressure. I watched him in the Champions League do nothing.
No, that's crazy.
It's
Yeah,
just-
no, it is crazy because Trent.
It's just Ibrahim Konate most of the time plays better than him. It's just
Damn, bro.
it's just
Like I agree. Sometimes Konate also he is really good for his age. I think his performance goes under the radar because he plays with Van Dijk, and sometimes Konate is even more solid than him. As Matip, for example, I remember in the Champions League final that we won against Tottenham. For me, the best defender in that game, Van Dijk was really good, but for me, the best defender in that game was Joel Matip, and he even got an assist. But the man of the match was Virgil van Dijk. Even if for me, Joel Matip was really better. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes Konate is much better, but it doesn't mean that Van Dijk is not incredible. Konate, for his age, he's really good. He's fantastic. He doesn't commit that much errors for his age. He's like Saliba for their age. They're really great defenders.
that's just my opinion. But
It's an opinion, but Robertson's getting older. Trent was never known for his elite defending as a fullback, and his other
That's what I was saying.
center back pairing, it's always injured. It's Konate getting injured. Gomez, he had Kwanzaa. He started the season with Kwanzaa. I don't know.
He's a cornerstone.
Yeah,
He played with Nat Phillips. He played with Kabak, I think.
Yeah, oh
Great
my God.
player, great player. One good season 2019, and then just they took off.
No.
Yeah, one of the best primes ever.
Bro, you're about to.
That's what people who never watched Liverpool or Van Dijk always say. Because I remember even when he was at Southampton, he was one of the best defenders in the league. He was a bit like, let's say, I'm gonna give an example of a player I've talked about on my channel. By the way, if you haven't checked that video, go check it. I talk about players who have surprised me this season. A player like Murillo. Murillo, for me, if he gets his move in 2-3 years, you won't tell me that he hasn't been good. He has been good just for 1 year. If let's say he moves to Liverpool in 3 years and he places Van Dijk, they end up winning the Champions League and say, Murillo has been good for 1 season. No, Murillo this season, and I remember last season he was really good, but this season, for me, he's one of the best in the league. So I remember when he played for Southampton. Southampton was a good team, and he was one of the best defenders in the league, Van Dijk. So he's not good. He didn't become good just at Liverpool, and that's one of the biggest myth in football. Even at Celtic, and I agree. I watched only once when he played in the Champions League. I never watched the Scottish League, but I remember when I saw him in the Champions League, he was really good too. So he wasn't the best defender in the world, but the myth that Van Dijk has been good only for 2-3 seasons is wrong. He has been good since he's in Premier League. He's one of the best defenders, and at Liverpool, yeah, he picked up another level.
Welcome. This is your Kodak moment. Welcome to the big league, bro. Because those comments are going to be cooking. Contestant number 5.
It's going to be controversial. I need you guys to brace yourselves, okay? This is going to require some explaining. The most overrated, he's not a bad player, Lamine Yamal.
That's a 6.
That's the guy that said something that was like, whoa. I thought it was the Real Madrid fan though, because he was a Chelsea fan. Okay, so I try to defend you, my guy, but I can't even defend you because saying that Lamine Yamal is overrated, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, what's overrated about Lamine Yamal? Have you ever seen another 17-year-old play like him? For me, I never saw that 17-year-old play like it. Maybe he knows he has watched, I don't know, another player. Maybe Messi was way better than him at 17, or Ronaldo was better, or there is also other players. But for me, Lamine Yamal, there is no many players that impresses me for his age, the understanding of the game he has, not only what he does on the pitch, but his understanding of the game. You can't tell me he's overrated. You can't. And I won't go much further in that debate because I've made a video, and if you wanna hear it, it will be in my description, so go check it out. And it's my best performing video because I had enough of everyone who were saying that I mean Yamal hasn't scored for 3 months in La Liga, or he's overrated, or even big legends also like were starting to say, oh, he's not that good. Bro, he's 17 years old. He's 17. Come on.
Bro, I didn't think there was a way of putting
It might be the end of me, but it's Lamine Yamal.
I think,
Yeah, that way.
I think he
Great
has
player.
a point. He has a point.
You move aside right
To a
next to
certain
him.
degree, he has a point.
I'm listening, bro.
He's a
Let's
great
explain.
player with a lot of potential. But let's be real. It was one tournament. Chiesa did the same. Chiesa did the same thing, and where's Chiesa now?
Never mind,
Liverpool
never mind.
Chiesa, Yamal. Like,
Yamal was 16, bro. Chiesa didn't play like that at 16 years old.
The most overrated. I'm saying Yamal is here, and you guys put him here. You know, like he's great.
He lost it at just
but-
one tournament. That's
Bro, that's crazy.
I mean, we'll see. I could be wrong. Maybe this is the end of me.
Just watch a Barca game without Yamal and watch a Barca game with Lamine Yamal. Or we saw the Euros, like to be that decisive, to be that important in a team at just 16. Nah.
Him a little bit of
No, seven.
No, because we treat him like he's a developed 20-year-old.
2 words. Cannot yield these. Clear.
Clear.
Come on. That's top player. I love Kenan Yildiz.
Yeah, that way. That way.
Yildiz.
Rafinha. That's even worse.
Madrid fans, Rafinha is better than Vini this season.
What are you talking, bro?
I made my decision
He's a
over
Ballon
here.
d'Or front runner.
I made my decision already.
Like that. Everyone thinks Yamal's the best player.
nobody rates Rafinha like that, bro.
Rafinha's overrated.
Try doing a podcast with these brothers.
Two days ago, say Rafinha's the best. Rafinha's the best in the world.
Bro, having the best season. Insane work.
Contestant 6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back him up.
This guy was the funniest guy. Was the funniest guy in this video. Oh my days! I knew that he said Yamal too. Oh my days! He's a Madrid fan, so it's understandable.
Look, everyone puts Yamal as one of the top wingers in the world when he's not even top 2 in his team.
Bro, we
Rafinha,
should've known.
Lewandowski scored almost every goal against Madrid. Yamal has 2 against us in El Clasico.
both of these guys in the same six.
That's not even my answer, though. You guys are gonna hate me more. Barma's gonna hate me more.
Bro, they got a nice club going on 5 and 6 in that corner, bro. Club 56.
It's because they put him as one of the best wingers in the world. Salah is levels above him, levels. People put par with him. Anyways, my answer was gonna be Bruno Fernandes, and he's
Bro,
That was my second answer.
Bruno Fernandes is one of the worst midfielders in the world.
if you
and he's
stick with
overrated.
that,
Again, as I said, I hate Manchester United. I don't like anything about Manchester United, but I never understood how people say that this guy is overrated. Like he carries this Manchester United team. Because I have friends also who support Man United, and they all don't like Bruno Fernandes. Like I'm like, how can you hate like your best player? Like, yeah, I don't like the person. He always complains a lot on the field. He always like, he always like has a shitty mood. But to be honest, like he's one of the best midfielders, also in the Premier League. For me, in that number 10 role, apart from Kevin De Bruyne, in the recent years in the Premier League, I don't know any other decisive number 10 better than Bruno Fernandes. If you ask me to choose between Odegaard and Fernandes, who would I choose? I think would be Fernandes. As I said, apart from Kevin De Bruyne, I don't see anyone else that has been better in the recent years. And you can also see his statistics. I don't like to judge football by only statistics, but if you watch them, if you see number of goals, number of involvement he has, I know most of them are penalties, but you have to score those penalties. Bruno Fernandes, for me, what I would blame him is even to not have that importance in the national team, you know. He has to help Ronaldo to bring a World Cup. But I can't even blame him because have you seen the Portugal managers like Roberto Martinez? Where do you want to go with Roberto Martinez? They had also the other guy, Fernando Santos. Like
There's a conversation. So it's up to you. You want to give
It's too late. He's already locked in Yamal.
He said
No. Bruno Fernandes was my answer. I just backed him up.
Okay, that's his answer. He was just making sure he spun the block
That's
twice.
better.
Do I take a note of that?
My goodness. Okay, so Bruno
Shocking
Fernandes
level of ball
overrated.
knowledge.
Confirmado oficial.
That's a Barbara Rage baby.
Shocking low level of ball knowledge.
Exactly. Nothing.
Take a note.
Nothing shocking there.
Contestants, your last chance to prove your ball knowledge. And the question is simple. Which player was the biggest wasted potential wonder kid of all time?
Oof.
It's a good one.
That's a guy number one saying like it's an easy answer, bro.
Guys, this is an easy answer. This is easily Neymar. This guy could have been number one. When
I respect honestly, I respected his opinion because I also wanted to say Neymar. Neymar was my second pick because this guy, he's playing for Santos at 32 years old. You know, I see like players like Salah who are still, you know, the best player among the best players in the world, and I see Neymar at 32 playing for Santos. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. I know he won the Champions League. He was he was among one of the best trios in football. He won titles, but Neymar for me had to be top three best players of all time. And if you're not nostalgic today, you can't tell me that Neymar is even among top 20 players of all time. You can't. For me, he's the most wasted potential for me all time. At the end of their careers, if you ask me to choose between a player like Salah and Neymar, maybe I'm biased, but I'll always go for a player like Salah. Today, if you ask me to choose between a player, I will go for Salah. You know, especially if Salah ends up winning a Ballon d'Or. Imagine Salah ends up winning a Ballon d'Or and Neymar didn't even win any Ballon d'Or. He didn't win anything for his national team. I can't put the blame only on him, but Neymar, he was supposed to be like the third best player of all time, as I say. He was supposed to win 2-3 Ballon d'Ors easily. So maybe I think that's the same logic he had, and maybe we put Neymar like up top there, but for me, he wasted his potential.
When I number one, this guy could have been at the top number one of all time.
I really thought you couldn't.
And being good like 2-3 years in Ligue 1 for me, it's not enough, you know. And he ends up not even being the best player in PSG history. Imagine, not even the best player in PSG history. We would have a different discussion maybe if he wins that final eight for PSG, that Champions League where they faced Bayern. He was really, I think that's even the best. One of the it's one of the most underrated Neymar parts of the season, I think, because it was one of the most underrated Neymar season. Neymar referred it was one of the most underrated Neymar season because he literally carried PSG to a Champions League final, but unfortunately, he didn't win it.
You couldn't choke the first spot on
This is the last question.
You really choked.
Neymar.
But would you not say that Neymar had the talent to be
He was the best player in the world.
but he could have been the best of all time?
When?
When did he
2018,
No, he wasn't the best player in the world.
2019, he was the best player in the world. Okay, bro.
He was top 3. This guy had the
He had to win at least, for me, two Ballon d'Ors. And it's crazy that Neymar didn't win any Ballon d'Ors. So that's already for me a waste wonder kid.
potential for anything he wanted. Of course, he had a fantastic career, one of the best of all time, arguably. You know what? We'll say conservatively, top 3 in Brazil's history, most goals for Brazil.
Okay.
Like if this guy won a World Cup, if this guy stayed at Barcelona, won a few more Champions Leagues, maybe if he even won a Champions League at PSG, if he locked in the last 3 years, this guy's legacy, he genuinely could have gone down as like top.
I think it all started with that PSG move. I think that was the beginning of his downfall. I don't think PSG was not a bad move, but I think the conditions and the reason for that move was a bad idea. You see what I'm saying? And once he was at PSG, you know, or his downfall began. He was, you know, there were too many things like outside of football, and I'm not even surprised because maybe I over exaggerate the things, but Brazilian players, like old Brazilian players, tends to be like that, and I can't even blame it because I've watched like a documentary. I don't know if it was about Ronaldo Nazario, but in Brazil, the culture of Brazil, I have a Brazilian friend also who tells me that football is a way of survival. How can I? Yeah, it's their way of getting out of the trenches of the hood, you know. So once they become football players, you know, their mission is accomplished. So they don't see football like, you know, as okay, it's you know, I have to be the best ever. No, some of them just want to get out of the trenches, you know, become good, and you can't blame them. You can't blame them. That's why you never see how many Brazilian players who are good past 30 years old. I don't know much more players, you know. They all come to Europe, they play well, they make their money, and in their 30s, you don't see them again. Or maybe I'm over exaggerating, but that's what I see the most about Brazil.
Top 3, if not the greatest of all time.
Contestant 2, what do you think?
Neymar was a great shot, to be honest. But I'll say
that's football, but that's football knowledge, you know. Neymar was a great shot. I had to tell him. And for me, all his shots so far, he deserved to be number 1.
Ben Arfa.
Ben Arfa.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a cult right there. The Ben Arfa cult.
For me, he was best in his generation, like the same generation as Karim Benzema, Jeremy Menez. He could have become like Messi level, I think. Messi level.
Okay. I pushed it further, but what I meant is that Atem Ben Arfa was supposed to be France number 10. He was supposed to be a Kylian Mbappe, you know. A Kylian Mbappe was supposed to be France, you know, number 10. Or maybe not Mbappe because it's not the same time, but as Antoine Griezmann, but with the hype of Mbappe. That's what I meant. Because what he was capable of doing with the ball, he was supposed to be like the Neymar, the French Neymar. That's what I mean. You know, he was supposed to be at the World Cup. He was supposed to be like in that PSG team as a number 10. He was supposed to be one of the best players in the world. You know, and the career he had was way different. That's why I went for him rather than going for Neymar. Because Neymar, yes, he wasted his potential, but you know, he was at Barcelona, he was at PSG, he was among one of the best players in the world. So, you know, he touched a bit his potential, but Atem Ben Arfa, not even. He was never considered as one of the best. Only when he was playing youth football. Even Karim Benzema says it. Karim Benzema says, like, it's crazy that I'm the one in that generation that has a Ballon d'Or. For him, Hatem Ben Arfa should have had one a Ballon d'Or. It's crazy that ended up being Benzema, who was maybe the least talented in that generation.
Messi level is crazy.
I think that's a bit of a stretch to reach those. But no, he was very good. His comps are very, very good. I'm not gonna lie.
He was very good, so I'll say Hatem Ben Arfa.
That was not a bad answer. It wasn't a good answer, but
So I know you asked for one, but I still want to give two if I can. I want
I
to give
think also because maybe most of the people here doesn't watch Ligue 1. I honestly I grew up watching Ligue 1 a lot. That's why also I know more about Atem Ben Arfa. And as I said, I speak French, so for me, I love also French players. I like the French national team, so that's why I know more like about like the French golden generation. I follow a lot the French national team, so.
I want to give Pato
Yeah,
from
agreed.
Milan. That was one of the greatest ways.
Great shot, great shot. I really liked him when he played for Chelsea that one season.
Talent that we ever seen. The guy, he could have been probably number 5, top 10 in the world easily. Unfortunately, the injuries and everything, well, he wasn't top shape, so it's a waste talent. The second one, it's Mario Balotelli. Yes, he had a great career, but
Honestly, I think he's the one who gave the best answers in this for this question. Mario Balotelli also, what a player he was. I grew up watching the Barclays Premier League. And I remember watching Mario Balotelli when he played at City. I was like, bro, this guy is too good, and his arrogance also like added a little bit to his like, to the player. You can't see any other player nowadays who are like Mario Balotelli. Honestly, I thought he would do it much more than what he did in his career. I liked also his season at Marseille. It went under the radar, but I liked his season at Marseille.
But if you look at Erling Haaland these days and Balotelli and his prime, Balotelli had probably the potential to be top 5, top goal scorer in the Champions League, in Serie A. He went near that, but he could have been much more than what he was. So
That's an important. It's not really wasted talent because he's always been a good player, but I think that he could have been one of the best players to ever play. Karim Benzema, 2022. God damn.
Come on, I said it that Benzema even did much more than he was supposed to do. He won a Ballon d'Or. He became a great player. Like honestly, I didn't expect him to become. I knew that he would become good when left because he would have much more space to play his football. But I would have never imagined that Benzema would carry Madrid to a Champions League win. To win a Ballon d'Or that he 100% deserves, to be one of the best strikers in the game that I really loved. Like no, Benzema, I think he did even much more than he was supposed to.
you had it, bro. You had it. You had it, bro. You had to fuck
And
it up.
he's a Madrid fan, so don't get it.
Let me explain it to you. He had one season where he showed everyone what he was about, but he was always in the
You're a
shadows.
Madrid fan?
I am. Bro, he was always in the shadows of just the
Where do
biggest
we find
names.
these motherfuckers?
God damn! No. Like, look, I think he could have been like at the next level. Like,
He was there, bro.
And the thing that he was always in the shadow of Ronaldo, I tend to disagree because he was good also when Ronaldo was there, but Ronaldo was even much more like better. But you can't say that Benzema was in the shot. He was good, but that was his level. I think when Ronaldo was that was simply his level. That's why I don't like saying Roberto Firmino was in the shadow of Salah. No, that was his level.
He won Madrid CL by himself, basically.
That was at the end of his career.
But at the end of his career, I'm saying that when he came from Lyon, imagine on the other team where he's not surrounded by Ronaldo.
Yeah, but he's still competing with Ronaldo and Messi.
Yeah, but he wasn't really. But like that's not the like James Rodriguez.
There was a little incident for that.
A little incident. Locking James.
I don't know. I kind of agree with the Benzema shout more than the James.
Yeah, I agree with the James makes more sense. I don't know James as a young player though, so I don't know if he was regarded as one of the best one of the kids, but to have watched him at the World Cup, what he did with that Colombia team, I thought he would do much more in his career. But you know, he's still good with Colombia. He's still good with Colombia, so maybe he's just only good with his national team.
Than James shout because
He's a Ballon d'Or winner.
Benzema is not on the same legacy as Suarez.
And you would be
Yes,
number
he is.
6 on this
No,
list.
he wouldn't. Bro,
So
you
it
would
makes
be-
sense.
You would be off the set, bro. You would be in the room next.
That's an interesting debate, and I think I will make a video on my channel because I need to also do like a bit of research again to watch games again of Suarez and Benzema, because today if I had to pick, I'll probably pick Benzema, even if I prefer Suarez, But if I'm not being biased. Benzema, what he did, was exceptional, But I also remember Suarez won a title for Atletico Madrid team, that Liverpool side where he was incredible. As a Liverpool fan, I can't even say Benzema, but Benzema won a Ballon d'Or. I think that's crazy, And Benzema, I think, was less talented than Suarez,
The room next door, bro. Karim Benzema is not Suarez. Like we don't put them at the same level.
No, for me they're the same level. They're the same level. There's one who's better, but they're in the same category,
I don't. Most
a
people.
Ballon d'Or winner.
They're in the same echelon of striker.
Suarez clear.
Suarez clear. Suarez clear. Benzema had the skill to be Suarez level. Suarez wasn't doing anything that Benzema wasn't.
Michael Owen won a Ballon d'Or. Is he better than Suarez?
Ooh, number one.
Some would say
Number one is keeping his spot.
not us because we're Juventus fans, but others would say that Pavel Nedved won a Ballon d'Or. So anyone can win a Ballon d'Or.
Over Thierry Henry, by the way.
Just saying.
Remember that.
Robbed.
Fraudulent.
Robbed.
Contestant 5.
Listen, we hinted at it before. I'm a Chelsea fan, so this one hits close to home, but nothing screams wasted talent more than Oscar. This guy was a baller, went to Wuhan stand up.
Got the bag though.
I don't know, he disappeared off
That was a good take, though. I really liked Oscar. He was one of my preferred players in that Chelsea team.
the face of the earth. He went
Did
to
you just
China.
name Wuhan, or it's Wuhan?
No, I have no idea, but it's somewhere around.
It's the
That's where are my cards? That's a card right there.
That's a 6th spot right now.
Point is, Oscar, he left and was a great player. Could have done big things. Unfortunately, I mean, he took the bag in China. Like, can't blame the guy, but would have loved to see him win the CL with the boys in blue. So, no.
Contestant 6. I know you've been hiding back there.
Well, I would have said Neymar, but I've gone to many arguments with people saying if Neymar did the potential he would have had, he would have passed Ronaldo, which is out of
But he knows ball, you see him. I knew he was joking all the time.
hand. If he lived up to his potential, he would have never passed Ronaldo, but it's not even a question.
Wearing a Ronaldo.
So I would say
Takes off.
I would say for even as a Madrid fan, he has scored the best Champions League final goal of all time, but he retired young. He went to golf. Gareth Bale is, I think, the most underrated player
That's a
of
good
all time.
answer.
Yeah, that is a good
I
answer.
6
think
might move up.
he should
But
be.
Bale is no always. I think he did the best he could do in his career. He was part of the WBC team. He won like 5 Champions League. He won La Liga. He was one of the best. He was the best player of his national team. He played the Euros with his national team. So I don't think he wasted his. Maybe he retired too young, but he had won everything he had to. I never felt that Bale could do much more than what he did. He played for Madrid. What would be the level that he could achieve? I don't see him being a Ballon d'Or player. So, for me, that was his best level.
He should be one of the best.
Where's the Real fan? That brother been locked in number 6, but he might
Top
move
three
up.
wingers of all time if Gareth Bale lived up.
People don't compare him to Neymar, but low-key, I think Bale should have been in that Neymar conversation.
Nah, respect Neymar.
That's 100%.
Gareth Bale was one of my favorite players ever.
100%. That shows my answer.
Some discussions need to be held amongst us boys because we're gonna have to decide if we like this order or we're gonna have to switch it up.
So we have to get a little caucus going.
Bro, pause. We're gonna say caucus like that. Been touching me, bro. Chill. God damn.
Guys, what do you think? Am I moving up?
So after the third round, we've had some discussions, and I think we got a pretty solid understanding of what this order is. Barbara, why don't you read out who we think is number 1?
Number 1, and it pains me to say this because the club he supports, there's not many people who have high ball knowledge, but it seems like he does. Giordano go to number 1. Congratulations, we think you have the highest ball knowledge and you did the best out of this test.
Although the Neymar shot was still kind of crazy.
Yeah, insanity. But it was out of my control.
We'll let it slide.
If it were up to me, but it's not up to me.
He's shown enough to stay in that number 1 spot.
Number 2, Iñaki.
And he's moved up a couple spots.
Moved up from the 4th spot.
A late riser.
Barcelona bias, unfortunately.
That's crazy.
Clutched up near the end there.
The Benzema shout, even though it wasn't good for me, swayed some members of the jury. Number 3, Steve, please join.
With the Liverpool kid?
When we saw that Gravenberch kid, that Liverpool kid, we knew that this guy knew definitely.
You don't just buy a Gravenberch kit
for the vibe.
If it were solely up to me, though, Steve would have moved up.
I agree.
Agreed.
I was just about to say, like,
Then why am I third, guys? No, it's because we did like a test before, and guys, I'm really not good. Even in school, I can't do multiple choice questions, and it was a multiple choice quiz. Maybe it's an excuse, but no. If you know me, you know that I'm not good in multiple choice questions. So it was a multiple choice quiz, and yeah, the two guys they had a better score than me, so that's why they were first two. But I thought they should have chosen like who the ranking, not based on that test, because I sold. Maybe I should have been better at multiple choices.
So who made this list? No, but this is just the way the cookies come.
Because it's funny because they all agree that I should be higher, but I ended up third.
This is just
the way I thought he had good shouts.
Number 4, Mark, please join us.
I feel like he's a specialist. He knows a lot about Serie A, but that might have affected his
Did mention Pato.
There were a couple of questions on that quiz that weren't Serie A related.
Yeah, this guy had really nice shots.
So we're banking on the fact that maybe he got those a little wrong.
Number 5, Michael, please join us in the room.
Uncontested number 5.
Listen, that's a number 5 mainstay right there.
He's been there, and he ends there.
Listen,
I'm not leaving. He's mainly 5 because 6 didn't do enough to move up to 5.
He had his chance.
Now 6, you know who you are. Just join us in the room.
No introduction.
And it's quite poetic that 6 is wearing the Ronaldo kit. It's almost like it was. I'm not saying it.
Nah, so that's the final ranking, guys.
All right, so now that you guys are all in your spots we assigned you, can you guys go into your actual order?
I like that 6.
I knew it.
No,
I like
6
that.
moving back.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so they made the ranking, and then this is the ranking based on the tests. Yeah, this is the ranking based on the test. So, oh my days. Okay, so I can't believe I was okay. So, I can't believe I wasn't top 2 in this one, because they all agreed I should have been higher on the list, and then I finished third. I don't really get it, but okay.
Oh,
Hey, yo! Go back to your spot.
No, you ain't fooling nobody.
Bro, just get the fuck back in the
No,
line.
there's no way.
Wait,
I ain't fucking leaving.
Is this for real?
Is this the actual order?
No, this is
I tell
unbelievable.
you that's the order based on the test, you know. So if you're good also on multiple choices, so you were up on the list.
So our number 5 is actually our number 1.
And I would have put him 7 if we had a 7.
Bro, the amount of back shouts you had?
Egregious. What was your score?
Guys, I'm just a ball knowledge.
What did you get?
My middle name is ball knowledge. 28 on 30.
28 on 30?
That's a good score, bro.
Yeah, he cheated for sure.
No, that's
Phone out and
Yeah,
everything.
he cheated.
Wait, but it seems like we got some
we got
of the order correct.
No, we got one.
Yeah, that's what
We got 1 right. We got 2.
We'll take something. Okay. 2, what did you get on the test?
My fall off needs to be studied. I got a 27 on 30.
27! We were 1 off! Might as well have been 1 anyway.
Might as well be 1.
Goodness gracious.
3?
26.
Oh, they were all
Okay.
close. They were all very close.
Contestant 4?
23.
Okay, there's a drop off.
Okay.
There's a drop
Hey,
off.
You see, I'm not really good on multiple choices. That's why. And that's not an excuse. I promise I'm not, even at school, I'm not good on multiple choices.
Not much of a drop, but you know the distinction.
I had 23 as well.
Okay,
Oh,
so
so
it's
tie.
See, I have even been fifth.
Okay.
We had a draw.
17.
17!
We took the little
So we
wins.
weren't off. We weren't too off with that number
So
6.
guys, we were 1 for 6 if I'm not mistaken. Well,
No, 2 for 6.
technically because they have the same score.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Yak, we kept them at the 3.
Okay.
We just got 5 wrong. If we had placed 5 here, we would have gotten 6 for 6.
You know what? I gotta shake your hand. You just
Let me shake your hand.
Shake your hands.
I would just put 5 first.
I don't know, but it should have happened. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and shout out to all the patrons. You see them flying across the screen right now. These are all the goats. And yeah, thank you guys for coming out to the video, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
It was really nice. So, oops. So, guys, was a really nice experience. As I said, if they have any other video, I would love to go. Honestly, I had a nice. I feel that I would even have a nice discussion with them because I feel they also have a lot of bold knowledge, and will be even fun to discuss with them on different topics. I'll try to get one of them on my channel, most because they all know Serie A. Maybe to talk about a Serie A team. I want to do a video of AC Milan, so maybe we'll see one of them on the channel. I don't know. It's up to them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reaction video as much as I did. I enjoyed watching this video. And if you haven't checked my Lamine Yamal video, go check it out. You'll understand why I was really pissed that the guy said he was overrated. But no, I'm joking. I wasn't pissed. But yeah, so I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.